Hi everyone, hope you're doing well, being safe and being kind. Welcome to Tarot by the Pines. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. In this video, I'll be going over how much I have spent on tarot decks since 2017, which was my first exposure to tarot and the tarot bug. I will also be going over 5 tips on how to squash that tarot bug or at least minimize that tarot itch. I am so excited to share my thoughts on this. This was a very eye-opening video and I can't wait for you to watch. Fun fact, math was not my strongest suit in school. I excelled in every other subject but math. So this little project was very interesting to do because it did shed some light on how my tarot journey evolved and to see how much I've spent on decks. Now this list is of tarot decks only and does not include oracle decks or decks given to me or decks I purchased for others. Now I tried finding the prices I paid for these decks. Majority of these are from Amazon, Etsy, Hay House, or from the deck creator's website. As you can see, 2017 was my first exposure to tarot. For the deck I purchased was $29.45, and that was the Wild Unknown Tarot. This price may seem like an Amazon price because it is an Amazon price. Because some of these prices are just so off the wall, like $21.59, $14.70. They're just really Amazon-y prices. So going into 2019, I purchased 13 decks with the total purchasing amount for the year was $256.83. And going into 2020, which was the year of the pandemic, surprisingly, I didn't buy over the 13 that I purchased in 2019, so just one off. And with this little symbol here, that indicates an indie deck. And for the year 2020, I spent $216.05 on decks. All right, going into 2021, I purchased 4 decks and the total was $145.78. Again, these little symbols here, they are indie decks. And going into 2022, I've only purchased 4 so far. Hallelujah. And that price tag was $166.99. But this is because the majority of the decks I purchased were indie decks. I don't have a tarot business. I don't read for others. So I thought this was a really fun exercise to do and to see how my tarot spending has spanned over the last 5 years. So speaking of which, the total amount of money that I've spent on tarot decks is $815.10. Now I know this is not as much as some other YouTubers out there or tarot readers. The next few minutes in this video is going to be me giving you 5 tips on how to minimize that itch that you get when you see tarot decks. Whether you are a beginner or advanced tarot reader, I think these tips can help you squash that tarot bug, minimize that itch for a new deck, or at least keep your wallet full. My first tip for you, and probably the biggest tip I have, is if you have a deck that you're interested in, whether seeing it online or in the store, don't purchase it just yet. Go onto YouTube or the Tarot Tube and find a deck walkthrough and watch the entire video. See if the artwork appeals to you and see if it fits your needs. I suggest Lisa Papez or Kelly from The Truth and Story. They have a lot of fantastic deck walkthroughs. They're very thorough in their commentary, and I can't recommend them highly enough. Of course, I will put in their channels in the description box below so you can check that out. Second tip is more for those who already have decks in their collection. If there is a deck that you're interested in buying, go back into your own collection and see if there is a deck there that has a similar artwork or similar theme, and see if it's worth getting a deck that is similar to that. If it is, then I suggest putting it on your wish list, let it simmer, and if you feel that you keep coming back to it, perhaps consider purchasing it. My third tip is keep an eye out on the price. If there is a deck that you really want, put it on your wish list and just keep an eye out on the price. If you are a frequent purchaser on Amazon or a Llewellyn or a Hay House or something like that, the price will fluctuate. I know it's really hard when you really want that deck. You want to get it right now, right then and there. But if you wait a little bit for the price to go down, your wallet will thank you. Tip 4 is shop around. I know that we all love Amazon. I know it has all of the things and it's so easy to buy everything from there, but it really is beneficial to shop around. If it's a Hay House deck, instead of going to Amazon, go to hayhouse.com. And if it's a Llewellyn deck or any other type of deck publisher, go to their website and see if they are having sales. Generally, they will be having sales and their prices can be better than Amazon, or vice versa, Amazon can have the best price. So it's always beneficial to shop around. My last tip for you is don't go looking for new decks. And what I mean by that is going to Google or Amazon or any other retailer and just typing in new tarot decks or tarot decks, because the more that you find, the more that you're going to want, because these are new shiny things to you and it's so easy to get caught up because these are so accessible with a one purchase click. So what I suggest is going through steps 1 through 4, and if you are still reconsidering it, then there you go. Thank you so much for joining me for this video. Let me know in the comments below what tips you may have to help squash that tarot bug or minimize that tarot itch for a new deck. And just thank you so much for joining me for this video. And until next time, I will see you for Tarot by the Pines.